himself to stand. What a draining performance. And that was only to make top 16 losers. We said this. Daigo versus NL, what feels like 20 hours ago. How draining it must be for a player to have to go to these lengths to win a set. And all of these guys are getting pushed to their limits. Thank goodness they don't have to play again till tomorrow, because boy, these guys are going to need some sleep after having to go through these sets.
It's been a long damn day, Logan, and we have still got quite a way to go. And I'm glad for it, because these matches are just insane. Hot Dog takes out last year's champion, unfortunately. But thank you, Gatchikun, for the memories. Thank you for the performance this year. It's the end of the journey for him. I can't believe the names that are out of this event, Logan.
Yeah, let's go through that real quickly. So in the first round, we lost Zenith, the Brazilian qualifier from Latin America. We lost NL, the Akuma player. Dogara was eliminated 3-0 by Luffy. JB eliminated Bonchan.
Wow.
The number 2 seed, the Evo champ, the CEO champ, the Celtic Throwdown champ, versus Fighting champ, all those premiers under his he was out 0-2. 801 Strider out in the first round. Kichipamu, a man we thought that he just couldn't lose to Takedo. Well, he lost, and he lost again. He went 0-2. Fujimura out. We've also so far lost Knuckledu, Momochi, Sako, and Gachikun. The names in the hat for losers bracket top 16 is Hot Dog versus Sien and Moke versus Machabo. That means we've got 4 more names to propagate into those
2
brackets.
more matches to conclude. I cannot wait to see how those matches go. It's been crazy. I mean, I think I'm losing my voice. We've still got work to do here. I can't believe it, man. But listen, I think after all that playing, we better have a short rest before we get through these last 4 games. What do you think?
Very well deserved.
Yeah?
It's, you guys go and get yourself some refreshments. Come right back. You might not pick yourself some Pocky. Maybe a nice can of Red Bull for the energy to get through 4 more sets here. They probably are going to be 3-2s again.
3-2s.
But we're going to be right here. It's Capcom Cup 2019, day 1. We're going all the way down to top 16. We'll be back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
My unveiling. I will be exposed to the entire world. When the time of the prophecy comes, when all is revealed, then the people of the world will rejoice, already knowing who I am. Call me Lord and Emperor. Time to return to harmony. Seraphic wings! My perfection does not require any training.
Make your move.
Ready?
So it's you. Prepare!
Another case is closed. Want to see my kung fu? I'll show you. I see your future. Want to know who'll win?
up, everybody? Welcome back to Capcom Cup 2019. We have our last 4 matches before our top 16 is all figured out here in the Novo in LA. It's our last little bit to kick things off, and then we're going to be jumping into SFL before we come back in the morning to hit top 16 bright and early.
I'm just very excited. Listen, regardless, there has been some great matches, but I'm just excited that Mago's still in the game. Of course, ゚d㚭щ and Seijan right here to guide you to finish it off. Derby.
And we have some good matches.
Yes,
I think we got kind of lucky, to be honest. I thought we were going to have the bottom 4 matches, but we actually have the top 4 in this bracket left, and there's some good ones.
So let me tell you what we have coming up, guys. Obviously, so on stage you see Smug versus Nemo. After that, we're gonna get Big Bird and Luffy. Then Tokido, Daigo. I'm pretty sure everybody's waiting for that. There's a lot of lore behind that. And then we got the good old ninja match between Infectious and Angry Bird to close out.
Yeah, these are really like kind of high-profile matches, and all of them are like really exciting. They should be really fast-paced, I think, as well. And you have to look at Daigo Tokido and be like, oh man, that's gonna be good.
I mean, there's a lot of emotion behind that for those that follow the lore, so it's pretty cool. And it's crazy just looking at these last 4 matches. I mean, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm actually not surprised that I see these guys as losers because we have that many killers going on through the top 32. I mean, you've seen how it played out all day long, which is actually nuts.
Yeah, it's been such an incredible day. Like really, really surprising matches in some cases, and like some really, really fantastic performances by a lot of players that kind of stepped up and were like, look, this is why I belong to be here. This is why I'm in top 16 winners, and it's really cool to see. And this one is, I feel like, going to be a slugfest.
Listen, literally the last time I seen both of these guys play was at NOBC. It was before Brooklyn Beatdown that these guys played each other in the local. Of course, obviously Nemo won that tournament, but that's literally the last time. This was season 2 Balrog, by the way.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's long before G was the character who we see here. Which, you know, it's funny. Nemo picked up G originally when this character came out, and he kind of said, "I don't know if he's that good. I don't know if I believe in the character." So it's gonna be an interesting match to watch for sure. Anti-air.
Yeah, I don't really see Nemo as like the commando type, to be very honest with you. He's all about disrespectful buttons, just really testing your mind when it comes to your number knowledge in terms of the frame data. He's definitely disrespectful the way he plays, and you're gonna see it right here with the random dashes.
Oh yeah, and I think if you're Smug, you have to be ready for those dashes and those jumps, right? That's one thing that you always talk about when you talk about a Nemo match.
It's a fact. This is a fact. This is a throw to finish the job. Wow, the tech. Wow, he went for another throw. Okay, oh, that's a throw.
Back to the corner.
Oh my goodness. It literally reached. I know. I'm surprised too.
I had to sit all the way back after that one. Wheel kick.
That's another decision to be made. EX headbutt. No, wait, oh, really?
I thought the same thing. I thought for sure he's got to do it, and so did Smug. That's why he blocked at the very end there. Back throw for Nemo, and that was the start of a comeback. But again, you know, he's kind of known for going for those crazy headbutts. So
what a punish on the knee drop with the neutral jump face. Beautiful stuff there from Smug, and he got the corner position with the casual walk up.
He strolled all the way up there. Yeah, and you know, Nemo has such a wild playstyle, such an orthodox playstyle, so he's really fun to watch. And you know, I think it's fun to see someone like that against Smug, the standing light kick, stand jab.
Time to guess command throw, and I like that Nemo is keeping all of his cash, but he's almost to Stunt City. Actually, he is in Stunt City. No.
Going to the late throw again, expecting that headbutt.
No way.
That was so high up.
No way.
That was so high. The way you looked at me.
But really though, that's how used to you are in this matchup. That's a lot of CFN, brother.
Oh yeah, on CFN there's a lot of Urian players.
Nice. Oh, okay. Try to bait out the throw. He try to punish the throw with the jump back jab B skill.
Yeah, counter hit combo as well. He was ready for the punish on the EX headbutt.
I like that taking him. I like that sequence just to push him in the corner of your fast. Okay, bow down. No, this is not the curtain call yet, Smug. Stun meters high. Nemo pressing those buttons. I like the headbutt choice just to get out the corner even faster. Race change.
Oh, that was very, very scary. Lucky that forward medium punch didn't reach because Smug dies in one hit now.
This is true. This is true. And he does it. Oh, that's over. It's a wrap. That is a wrap. He could extend that if he wants to, but no, we're going to keep it nice and simple. Nemo. Game number 1. Very nice.
Yeah, and with that much meter as you're in, he gets EX tackle into V trigger, into EX up fireball, into EX tackle again. So he was able to dump all his meter, even though he didn't start with a critical R, he was able to use it all anyway. So cleaned up. A lot of damage still left in that combo in game 1. As we expected, I think, it's a slugfest. That's just kind of how this matchup's going to go.
I cannot believe we got these last 4 matches.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I got to stress it now. The fact that we got Big Bird and Luffy going on. I mean, we've seen it before, but it's going to be epic. Even more epic because that is the losers. All of these matches, by the way, are losers, guys. So somebody's going to go to the spectator seat tomorrow for sure.
Man, that cheesy smile from Smug on that picture on the bike gets me every time.
It looks like he's looking directly at our souls, too. The Booger Bandit. The Hammerhead. Smug. I see you. He's like, I know.
The Hammerhead.
He literally heard us. He said, I know.
Yeah. He's staring at his monitor and Nemo's at the same time.
Fight. Fight.
Ooh, I like that check on the dash.
Early on. There we go. The wear down. There we go. All right, Nemo's like, you know what? I can answer back.
Yeah, that's one thing about this matchup is that if you're powered up especially, there's not a lot of ways for Urian to deal with the fireball without jumping, and this is a hefty anti-air.
Wow, big damage over that too. Wow, what the hell happened to your health points? Now, I thought he was gonna actually reset off a neutral jump and go for the command throw, but no.
Yeah, set up whiff and the wake up buttons. That'll do it on the wheel kick. Back heavy punch doesn't even need it. And that's one of those things about this matchup is that you know that if he, depending on the wake up timing, Urian can wake up crouch jab on the jumping heavy punch. So you have to be very careful about that if you're Smug. And that's something that Nemo's going to be looking out for as well.
Nice anti-air on the knee drop. Yo, Smug has been so good checking those knee drops. He does not want to let Nemo have those plus frames. You don't want to guess against him right now. Wow, that actually worked out for him. Okay.
Well, he got out of the corner, yeah. Those buffer blights. Sticking him out just in case, but nice. Medium punch.
That was clearly a wish punish right there from Nemo. But it's all right though, worked out.
He's a charge character. Sometimes you have to.
You have to wish, yes.
ラシードしかいねえ。おはようございます。
Okay, wearing him down. All right.
おはようございますって。おうまっ。
Yeah, he didn't respect it at all. Even though he V-skilled multiple times in a row, walks back, respects the headbutt.
Here we go, Jim Carrey's in there on the block.
The walk back.
Ma,
Nice
見てる。
anti-air with the wheel kick.
てか V トリがやっぱ強え。
It worked out for Smug. Okay, that's a command throw, I promise you. Oh, not even the check. I thought
Wow.
it was too Listen, you're only human, my friend.
You believed and so
この爆発力よ。
That's what happens in that moment. You just have to guess. And you notice that Smug has not command thrown that much against him. He knows that it's kind of like a wily player, right? So you have to really save him for like the key moments.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Definitely for the clutch moments. Hopefully it's not a 2-2 situation where you probably will see those get bust out like that, the command throws.
Yeah. Nemo doesn't like blocking.
Absolutely not.
No.
Very aggressive, very aggro.
Yeah, he's not a big fan. So like, you know, making him block is typically very tough.
It's all about space when it comes to Nemo. That's pretty much his defense is the spacing, the movement. That's even though it's offense, but his defense at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bit of both. Like he's dashing, he's jumping. He doesn't want to sit still and just kind of block. Always willing to swing and challenge, especially like even if he's negative, he does not care.
All right, got that metallic aura on him. Now he could just plow through strings if he really wants to. Staggers, if you will. Just anything at this point. Nice anti-air already from Smug with the slight lead. With the Kenneth Coles, but he answers back with a standing shot to the rush punch.
Yeah, I like Smug slowing it down and taking the levels too. I think in this matchup, those are really, really useful to have. All right, loses one there.
Wow, that is so
マジかよ。マジかよ。ひでえ。あそこからダメージ取れるのひでえ。
You saw the standing jab just in case you can still block in time. I like that media option. Smug totally aware of the EX headbutt on reversal.
That's one thing I like about Smug. Even to Street Fighter 4, right? He just knows how to fish out panics, right? When on the reversals, on the wake-ups. So genius every single time. The crouch jab for the trade definitely in Nemo's favor. No, I'm gonna give you a high five. My version, though. Oh my God, Dick Tracy's in.
Oh, that could have been a V skill, which is one thing we see Smug do a lot, actually.
No, I'm gonna give you a...
Yeah, challenges the plus frames.
Oh my goodness. I like this. Check, okay? Nemo definitely fishing out a throw there. Wow, on the last active of frames. No finish though. The coral punch. Let's just maul him with some botones. Even Nemo knows it was a little too close for comfort.
One too many jabs there at the very end, trying to confirm into the headbutt. Or the X tackle. Takes the level, and he's still got the anti-air.
Right on time. It's kind of like a fake out, right? Looks like he's about to throw a fireball sometimes. Just maul him with
Yeah, Nemo was like, wait, I can't let him get away with this, and then he dashed up, it was too late.
So slick to throw the timing off the V-skill. He goes for the charge metallic sphere. Command
Into the headbutt.
throw, no. You gotta respect me though, but definitely lost your turn. The answer back with the crouch is strong. Nemo being very disrespectful with the button presses. Wow, okay. Oh, bucks. Coral punch. That is a guess.
One more. He baits the throw, doesn't get it, but that's going to be the dizzy anyway. Should be the round for Nemo. Knee drop. Doesn't even go for it. Cleans it up 2-1. And yeah, that was one of those moments actually where like Nemo hit the headbutt and then it was out of the air and he reset with forward medium punch. Well, I was thinking to myself, like, he should have let him fall maybe so that he lost the level, right? But in that moment, he just committed to the offense anyway. He got the throw, so it worked out okay.
Whenever a chance Nemo gets some advantage, he's going to take it for sure. Now he's up 2-0 very easily. I'm actually surprised he went with the G pick again. I think at this point he will pick ball off. But you know what? He is going to ride it out with the mask.
Yeah, I like that he takes the level there too. I think that's useful in a match like this.
Wow! Lay it offense.
He was so ready for it.
Throw a punch? No, not even. Give me the high five. It's Itabashi versus Nemo.
Shake my hand.
Shake my damn hands.
One more for stun. Again, same situation we saw last time. A lot of damage on
やっ
this.
ぱ端行くときついね。うわー知らなかった。
And that'll do it.
Machine
The
took
meaty
it to you.
counter hit the perfect and the look on your face.
Yo, Nemo got that look on his face. I didn't think it was going to be this easy. Hold on. Match point already.
Thought I was fighting for top 16.
やっぱ端行くときついね。うわー知らなかった。
That looked like a survival match, though.
きついね。
All right. Didn't duck in time. Nice whip punish there from Smug. Now we got him in the corner, almost at Stun City. What are we gonna do here? Missed timed on the meaty.
That jump light kick.
Every single time.
And that's crouching jab too. We've seen Nemo have a lot of, kind of G-specific matchup knowledge, dealing with these jump setups and even the splat. Ooh, that was a mistake. Probably a wheel kick.
I was about to say, you that brave? You thought he was gonna dash in? A hard read on the dash in?
Yeah, I think he just missed the wheel kick and got the command throw.
For sure.
He's given up a lot of life to this zoning so far.
Oh my God, and he is ready. Nemo's ready. Hot off the kitchen. B trigger and a CA. Smug gotta be careful. Oh my God, he's trying to hold up, thinking it was a throw. Now you might get punished.
終わったわ。お疲れ様でした。
Do it. Nemo sneaks it in at the very last second and goes up into top 16 over Smug.
That was an easy pass. That was an easy pass right there for Nemo. But you know what, everybody? Give a round of applause for Smuggle. Smuggle's worth. That was good stuff there, man. He hung in there. Continuing the reign over behind Chan, of course. But you know what? His story ends right here. Nemo advances.
Yeah, and that was a tough one for sure. I mean, clearly Nemo's prepared for G. Like, he had so many matchup-specific things that was like, he's studied for it. He is just super ready for it. And his playstyle is unorthodox, and it's, like, unusual to deal with. So that was super well played. And again, top 16 qualifier in the losers bracket, so Smug out of the tournament just like that.
Yeah, a bit of an edge there for Nemo, of course. He definitely does have an understanding of the character, so he definitely know how to get his maul on, especially since G got no reversals. So you might as well steal your will. And that's a guy that you don't want to bump into because he will not respect you.
Never.
Absolutely
It doesn't matter
not.
if you have a 3-frame, a reversal, a V reversal, a super, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so good stuff there. Okay. Well, moving right along, we got Big Bird versus Luffy. What you
Yeah,
think about that one?
battle of the Europeans. Yeah. Well, they count the birds as Europeans, but yeah, the UAE versus France is what this match is going to be. So I'm really excited for this one too. And Luffy had that match this morning, and honestly, after that match, I can't imagine even having to play anything else. He had that like really close nail biter with Fudo, and he almost brought it all the way back. So after that, he's clawed his way through the losers bracket to make it here. And I'm surprised actually to see Big Bird here as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, again, like we stressed this before, is the fact that these guys qualified. I mean, Big Bird was already comfortable, but Luffy, of course, last second got those last bit of points to earn that right hand, and he's pretty far. He's actually very close. Obviously, winner of this goes to the top 16 loser side for tomorrow. But who's going to earn that right? Who's hungrier?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's so interesting too, right? Is like Big Bird lost to Phenom earlier.
ほんまらしい人しかいねえな。
He's familiar with the players that he runs into over the CPT season.
ほん
So
ま
not that surprising
ら
to
しい
see.
人しかいねえぞ。
I think, wow, rubbing the UFA? Is that what it says on there?
Shout out to Abu, I see you. It's pretty dope, though. Both of these guys representing Red Bull as well, so this is a bit of a team kill.
Yeah, and these two fighting it out. Again, the winner of
大
this
丈夫かこの
tomorrow
ゲーム。
played Nemo in the top 16
ら
bright
しい
and
人しかいねえ
early.
ぞ。
That's an opponent you probably don't want to, like, if you haven't had your morning coffee, if you're not ready in the morning, you're not energized and ready to go, that is somebody who will steamroll you real quick.
Just blast the air conditioner. You got a good chance of Nemo losing. Just blast the air conditioner, I promise you.
Oh, look, he's like a salary man. He's used to going into the office early in the morning.
Yeah, he definitely got his cup of joe when it comes to the training mode, especially when he knows he got a chance for the top 8. Remember last time Nemo did get top 8 at the CPT was 2017. Very close too. He got 3rd.
Yeah, that was the year he made it into the LCQ. And he just had that, like, first round played Punk, right? #1 seed when he was LCQ. Had that, like, really impressive run that year, so. Locked and loaded.
You know, I haven't kept an eye on Puck. Puck's in the winners, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, looking good.
So is IDOM, actually.
IDOM too, yes. We got New York in the bit. Well, no. Punk is definitely Philadelphia. Not a bad thing.
I was going to say, you're going to count him for a second there. I mean, he's playing up against Brooklyn Zone. Problemax.
You know, it's crazy. I was actually talking about that matchup. I feel like whoever wins that's probably going to have the edge of winning Capcom Cup, possibly.
I'm kind of there with you. I think both of them, like, when they're at their peak, are just so hard to beat,
Rough.
you know?
Tough, yes. And it's crazy. They're so familiar with each other's play styles, too. It's crazy. I mean, you know the late night shenanigans. They play their Monopoly Buck. They just not like to just sit there and play sets all day. So it's going to be interesting in a 3 out of 5 setting.
Yeah, they just play over and over. Every tournament, I see them playing, like, it doesn't matter if it's tournament, casuals, they're always playing sets. So here's Big Bird versus Luffy. And Luffy ran into Dogra. I feel like he played him every Capcom Cup. Like, I think he played him, like, 2 years ago or something like that, too, or the last year. And same kind of thing. He ran into him in the losers bracket. Now up against Big Bird. who I think carries a lot of momentum into this event, and I'm curious kind of how he feels in this matchup up against Luffy.
You know what? As long as he hit that snooze button before he got here, he's good.
Yeah, that's always the big battle too. This is, you know, you have to think this is a long day. Like we've been here for about 12 hours at this point, so like the players have been playing all day long. So you really kind of have to pull it together for one last set.
Goes for the empty jump, good block, Luffy. Oh wow, that beat out the mixer, really?
Yeah, I mean that's one of those jump ins that are so good at stopping stuff like that.
Trying to go for the open up, all right. Big Bird with a slight lead, so he's good. He's gonna be comfortable here.
Snapping out those whirlwind shots early. Heavy mixer, but no side switch.
I'm loving the resets of the situation with Big Bird. Knows that any scramble situation, Luffy can actually get him. Pretty much put him in a sticky situation. Looking for that crush kind of early on. No dice, though.
Yeah,
Big
two
Bird.
punishes with those crouching light kicks. Not a lot of damage, but it adds up. Not enough.
That is the round one meta. I will use that reversal early on. Will I use it the next time? Don't know. You're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah. And that's one of those things that you have to establish early against a character like this, right? Like, Rashid can kind of play the pressure game a little bit more safe, and a character like Mika, she's got to commit.
Ooh, try to go for the 8A jump strong. No dice, though. Oh, that stun meat is in half. Got to make a decision. What?
Yeah, just eats it up. Oh, EX wingless out of there.
Smart. Oh, that's what that was genius.
He was so ready for that dropkick, had the answer queued up from a mile away. Game one, very quick to Big Bird.
Very nice, man. This guy is on 10. See, that's what it's all about, right? Obviously, a lot of people play Rashid, but the Rashid is only optimal. Obviously, when you get your pressure on, but the matchup knowledge is key. And look at that. What a way to punish the charge roundhouse with the fist just to finish it off. I see you, Big Bird.
Yeah, prepared, right? For that exact situation, said, all right, as soon as he goes for the dropkick, I'm going to have this answer queued up. Extremely impressive.
Splash. All right, good block. All right, he was definitely committed to take the command, though. That's how you saw him walking back there.
Yeah, tap, drop kick, -4. We've seen a lot of those so far from Luffy. And Big Bird's in punishing him. Rashid crouching light kick is really good as a 4-frame punish. Has huge range.
It's true. And it's on hit, right? So you got more. You can push your advantage right afterwards.
Yeah.
You gotta look at that. He's not even trying to risk a scramble situation with me. It's like, I'm gonna let you rock. Probably trying to force the jump in or the charge roundhouse, either or. Look at that. I love that. Let's not get in danger.
He kept the frame trap tight and then was like, all right, I'm out of here. Just ran for it. Oh, didn't get the punish in time, but that was a good idea from Big Bird.
All right, Brimstone. What's it gonna be? Another one? No, the backdash. Even Big Bird thought it was gonna be another one. All right. The EX Peach. We are in the corner. No conversion.
It's not in range for the giant swing. Activates the V trigger.
Trying to hit him with the stunner. No dice. Throw. There it is. It's too much to guess. At a pixel. Come on now.
Yeah, and even if you guess right, he's just going to backdash, throw the big fireball, roll in behind it. You know, he's just going to force that same kind of guess again. So really smart for Big Bird to just use the end of that V trigger.
Perfectly spaced.
So far, yeah. He just knew. Like, that was the button he was going to hit no matter what, because he was going to crush counter it or hit it on the ground.
Oh, wow. Trying to hold up there. Luffy, what's going on here?
Yeah, maybe force the jump splash, but heavy mixer out of the corner again. Back throw.
This is all working out here for Big Bird. Activation. All right, let's make something happen. Mid-screen, 50-50. Where we going? Sequenta. The other side, good block. Oh, but the counter hit connects. EX Peach, knocked down. Stun meat is high. Definitely Big Bird trying to fend off. He's good. He is good.
Oh, and he got the hit on this, actually. Yeah, 4 medium punch. Extension. Oh, goes off the wall. Empty low.
We out of there.
Just backs off. Doesn't have V-trigger anymore. Crouching light kick will kill. That's why you see him looking for it. Oh, that's why he's using the Sobot to beat the low.
Yup. Oh my goodness. Oh, every time?
How? He was so close. It was like right before it hit him.
I like the transition. Yeah, that's Big Bird. That's Big Bird. Literally after the KO.
It sure is.
It sure is Big Bird.
That was like a pixel from hitting him. I can't believe he hit a button so late.
What a check. I mean, you know what? Right? The safer bet from that close. If your reaction is that good, why not, right?
Yeah. Man, I'm so impressed he reacted. Like, he's been playing all day long, right? To have that reaction at the very end of the day, that's super impressive.
And match point for being that impressive. I see you, Big Pajaro. Big Bird.
Man, it doesn't seem like so far Luffy has a great answer, but cornered him early now. Punish.
The Irish whip. Where you going? Time to guess. Brimstone. Stun meters high. What we're going to do here, the wake up. I actually thought it was going to be a delay reversal, but no, we out of it. Play parkour against Mika.
Yeah, and I like that choice too. You just go off the wall. There's no threat or anything. Activate off the V-trigger too. 50-50.
Yes, absolutely. Trying to go for it.
Stays in the front. Not enough.
That's such a decision on that 50-50. No, I would have done it too. Brimstone just get a little bit of that meter gain. Nice.
That builds you a lot of ball.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And I think if you're Big Bird, taking that risk is okay because if it hits, you have the corner, you have like one mix-up for the round, so it makes sense to me. Luffy was smart to block.
Out of range. No attempt there for Luffy for the whip punish. Oh, big damage. Optimal. Ow!
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, where you going? He tried. He had the right idea.
Yeah, dash up, try to anti-air. Splash late beats the medium mixer.
Oh, where you going, though? Now we spacing out. Uh-oh. Time to make a decision here. One more hit is stun. And of course, Big Bird trying to challenge Nigga. There was a
わあ補正的やっ
That's
た
the Luffy special. He does the first hit of the clap and then goes for the command throw a lot. So that time Big Bird tried to hit a button and he was like, no, no, no. I'm ready for it. Hits him with the medium punch after. That's like, I know that you know, that you know kind of a level. That's somebody you've played a million times.
That's the personal meta. It's different. Obviously, you can see the obvious, but when it's a player versus player thing, it's the personal meta.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've seen Luffy do that to people too.
It's a guess in itself.
Yeah.
Oh, that reached? All right, whatever. Grab the windbreakers. Now we back in the corner. All right, whatever. Whatever, we take command throw. I like how he walked up a little bit before he even tried to attempt it, but no, he didn't even go for the command throw. Activation, throw. No, we're going to take that. We're going to take the throw, says Luffy. No throw, obviously.
Charge drop kick. Wow, I thought he blocked it. He was walking back for a second there, it looked like.
Splash, that is punishable. Unhand me.
Side switch, yeah, that enhanced. Zero after this. Doesn't hit a button, though.
He was willing to take that trade. That is, of course, if Luffy was ready.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. 50-50. Oh, stay on the safe side. Good. Yes.
Yeah, he's blocked both of those sequences
ザ
correctly.
ラちゃんマイク入ってる
Such a potent mix-up, too.
入ってるよ
Try to
はい
stay
は
on
い
the same side twice.
聞こえる
Didn't work out for him. Uh-oh.
聞こえておりますでしょうか
Oh, you thought he had to guess. Now he just dashed up. EX giant swing.
You know, I like the disrespect behind that because obviously in those situations you gotta
よかった
respect Rashid from
まあ
those
仕事なんであれ
years.
です
You
け
know
ど
what? This is my counter poke. Dash in, EX command throw. How you like that? Hopefully that'll throw Big Bird off. That was pretty random, but we'll take it though.
That was like such a, like, you know what?
Why not?
Yeah, it'd be great if this round was over, right? He's like, I'm gonna just dash up.
Oh, he just knows him that well. Look, that whole time, Big Bird's trying to hold North in the compass roll. That's done. Yes, it is. Finish the job.
Look at that. 2-2 Luffy on the way back again.
You saw Luffy's
Luffy.
face with the He's like, I know he's gonna hold up.
Now you see Big Bird scratching.
ジョン君優勝あるかというかラシード優勝、若手優勝したらすごいね
Let me get it together.
Let me check Twitter. Is anybody tweeting me?
See, that's the bad habit look of the social media. I do it too.
On stage, he's scrolling through Twitter right now. He's like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. One time I lost my pair of socks, right? One of my favorite socks. It was Deadpool, right? I caught a brain fart midway and I just looked at Twitter for no reason. Just see if I can recollect myself. It happens. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you gotta
know what I'm talking about.
Tweet Big Bird your advice right now. If you guys, if you got anything for him, he's looking.
I'm telling you.
Check the mentions. Add him.
Maybe that's speed reading. He probably picked something up from Goichi. Who
Oh,
knows?
that's what it is. He's speed reading. He's like, hey, you guys trying to grab some dinner later?
It happens.
He's queuing up the tweet. He's like, hey guys, I made top 16. He's putting it in his draft.
It's in the draft.
The draft,
Is
the
he gonna
tweet.
hit send is the question.
Yeah, that's the guy. He retyped it up right now.
I see you, Luffy, now with the reverse. Getting comfortable. I respect the cooldown for Big Bird, though. That's how you gotta do it sometimes.
That was a good try. I think
ここ
sweep
から
right
も
in,
う
but standing heavy punch would have been
あ
bigger
そこから
damage.
あれか
Just so scared of that situation. You don't know which one's
しかし
gonna
まあ
be
ラ
the
シ
straight
ード
up jump
多い
in
な
and splash. Get that counter hit real quick. Let me poke away. I don't want to be here. Nice. He's seen the gaps. Command throw? No. Went for the forward fierce. The rare forward fierce. Oh no.
Yeah, caught him low. He's working on stun as well. But
梅さんと孫さんとレイド入ってたわ
His life
う
is
ん
flashed.
孫さんはウィナーズ向けやろ
Sweep into feature.
カリンが残るとは思ってたけど
reversal.
竹内君も残ってるからまあ予想通りかなとは
Unfortunate.
That's big damage. Oh, missed it. The throw. One more decision to be made. Slap.
Nothing you could do there. Yeah, the meeting was timed correctly, so you didn't have to worry about Nadeshko coming in or anything like that. Could have also even canceled that, so he had a plan if the plan failed.
Oh, the whip punish. Okay. Knockdown. Bust out again. You think I won't do it? No more cash, though. So Luffy can definitely instill his will. Nice to check the dash.
Working on Dizzy already. Backs up. Tries to see if Luffy was going to jump out of the corner there, maybe.
Command throw, no.
Oh, another one.
As soon as he gets meter, he's out of there.
Is that what you guys said on Twitter? That was the adjustment. Bro, just do it.
Just do it.
Don't listen to him.
The backdash, they did the command. He would have flipped out too.
One more for the round, one more for the game, but Luffy with the buttons. Giant swing. He doesn't have Nadeshko though. Jump. Jumps again.
Nice. Just to buy some time. Oh my god, but you don't get no advantages. So what you gonna do? Oh no! Oh my god. Wake up short. Wake up short.
No. あ
Luffy.
But let's be real here. It reached though.
25番
It did reach.
ラッキーストライク
It reached though. I was look at that. He's like, yeah, it reached all right. It reached all right. Final round. Oh my goodness, somebody's gonna be comfortable drinking some refreshing beverages tomorrow while watching the top 16. Who's it gonna be?
That's the question. Big Bird, big bats with all those uppercuts earlier, and now, you know, he spent all that meter on it as well. That stops it. He's got no resources left.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Balboa!
The far jump heavy kick activates.
Okay.
Oh, that was close. Yeah, good challenge from Luffy.
Commando.
Yeah, EX Giant Swing is very close to killing now.
Even Big Bird thought it was a commando. Oh, we're dangerous now. Nadeshko, help me, please.
Giant Swing anymore. This is it. Oh. Dash. Oh!
うわー投げたルフィが3本逆転
Finish. Debt.
また一人ラシードを消した
And you know that's why Big Bird stuck out the standing heavy punch anyway. He was expecting a dash up. He was expecting some kind of risk from Luffy to bring out dash up EX Giant Swing or whatever it was going to be. And because of that, Luffy just waited him out, blocked, punished, and he's moving on in the top 16 just like that.
He did call it that it was going to be a slugfest before we went on air. And that's definitely what they delivered. But Luffy, and I like how the sets, as it progressed, he just started getting more comfortable. You saw Luffy being a little more loose, slacking a little bit. He was definitely in his head that set.
Yeah, I think that's what ends up happening in a situation like that, especially when like Big Bird on the second to last round is beat up like 3 times, right?
俺の大悟だぞプログラミックスの時は M2018 チャンピオンって書いてあったキーズ大悟って書いてあったんですよまあリビングレジェンドですからこういった大悟だぜと
Luffy was just extra composed and
いや
ready
非
to
常
close
に
it
いい
out.
と思います
Yeah, I like
そ
how
う
he
い
was
う
just willing
存
to
在感を
just
持って
let
る
go of the
聞いた
dash
ことあるだろうお前らって
when he needed to. That
大悟
definitely
だ
is what kept him alive throughout the set as well.
Yeah, I think like some Mikas might have like backdashed and try to like V-skill with the mic or something like that, but Luffy
マゴ
was
さん
like,
マゴさ
get another hit, I'm gonna win.
んでも孫さん優勝するのかね
All that you need. That brimstone was definitely. I can see. I love that point right there. No normals. We're gonna. My normal is the dash and command throw.
Yeah, and he was just totally ready. Both of us looked at each other like he did not. That reversal punish at the end, we were like, he did not just do that. Man, that was a fun one. Really, really good match between those two, and we just have more fantastic matches left. 2 matches left before we're in the top 16, and the next one is going to be Daigo Umehara versus Tokido.
And y'all know the lore behind that early on in the season. I would think it was like season 1. Going into season 2 or in the middle of season 1, season 2, but it doesn't matter. Y'all remember the first of 10. I mean, even before that, they met in the grand finals. I think it was in NorCal Regionals. And I think Tokido took that one, yeah. So they've definitely been familiar. I mean, throughout all the years, right? From Street Fighter 4, Third Strike, Super Turbo. These guys have so much history going up against each other.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that Kimono Michi between these two, really famous first of 10 that was played in Japan, I think at the start of 2018.
今日ってなんか大阪でコスプレの祭りやんねんな
And yeah,
って
it
や
was
つ
an
なカッ
incredible
プコンカップやってたんかってなんか9時ぐらいまでの予定やったんやけどなんかまたやっとんねんけどまあといっても俺ももうちょいしたら仕事やから終わるけど
But especially in that long set, and that's why that Kimono Michi match was so interesting and compelling to watch, I think, as we get into this. This is a loser side, top 16 of the bracket.
It's just so much, right? On one hand,
梅
you got
時
Daigo.
そして顔は孫
He was like, yeah, I definitely
顔
got
孫
this.
だよそれ
I'm gonna wash you. That's how you knew he was truly the beast. And then on the other hand, obviously Tokido being the murder face.
さあ
but then that's when
残れ
you
る
get
か
a little bit of the human side.
これ勝てば
Where he actually got emotional.
奇跡の
That's what let me know that he really cared. Like
ベスト
obviously, I know
8
he was
16か
professional as always. You know, I've seen him throughout the years playing his respective games. But when I actually seen him tear up going against this guy, that it literally told me a lot that he's really here to stay and really trying to prove a point to this man.
本当にやばいな
Lets you know, right? It's like a moment like that that really separates like the business of showing up to compete and the emotion of caring about defeating someone who you really admire, which is I think one of the most important things about fighting games, right? Is fighting somebody like that who you want to beat so bad that it means everything just to get the W.
All right, let's get the classic. You know what? I'm definitely gonna count Akuma as a Shotokan, even though he's a little different hybrid, you know. But definitely a Shotokan, of course, definitely falls into those rules. So
勝てばベスト16
definitely has, I would say, a slight advantage, not too crazy.
いやいやいやいや全然残 残してるよ。プレミア大会も優勝してほしい。直近のアジアの最終予選も取ってるから全然いってますよ。おはようございます。なんか昨日の2時ぐらいからやってたんですけど、私途中で寝ました。で、知ってるのは孫さんとジョン君がルイナーズ抜けしてると。で、ルーザーズでこれが埋めときと。まあいいや、仕事行く前にちょうどいいや。
Remember, this is always the fill-out round before these in the first round when it comes between these guys. They always play a disrespectful style early on the first round. Then it gets cooled off as we progress.
Tatsu, that's a lot of damage and stun.
He's dancing in and out. He's trying to bait that throw or a crouching jab so he can space out and get the punish. There it is. The delay, no dice there from Daigo. Okay, I like the defense.
こんにちは。皆さんおはようございます。まあ、普通に考えればトッキーやと思うよ。終わってからはやる。でも明日もね、ちょっと出かけるから、あんまり、うわー、これがヒットボックス昇竜だ。なんかヒットボックスじゃないとできんぞ。ジャンプ台形から直接サマスなんて。間に合うの？レバーだとあれ。ヒットボックスやからこそ間に合うって感じがするな、あれ。まあ、しゃあない。というか、らしいで多すぎやん、ほんま。
孫さん残ってるのか、勢いで水も買ってほしい。
あるよ、孫さんあるよ。うわ、噛み合ったって感じやな。
これ負けた方は敗退。
終わり、ルーザーズ。とりあえずこれ勝てば明日も戦える。うわ、美味しい。これ美味しい。発動したいが。いや、強いっていうか梅原さんが強いってだけやと思うよ。ですよね。死んだか？死んだな、これ。あ、生きてる。5吹き有利でしょ。いけないわけじゃないけど、結局端攻め無理やと思うよ。
It's crazy you got to guess from the throw or the frame trap, but that
いやー、惜し
demon
かった
was
んだけどね。
so meaty. He had no choice.
春国はクソやで。い
時々の春国は本当当たるな。
や、結局あれガン2択やからね。投げと3択か。春国と、投げの3あれやから。あれもし春国読めなかった読んでジャンプとか入れようもんなら通常技刺さっちゃうからそれは暴れられんしな。ノーモーションバックスすいません。ああ、知らなかった。スマルクも G 使ってたしね。
I think like really impressive with his spacing so far. It was just that big demon on the last round.
I'm gonna tell you what's even more impressive: the fact that no matter what.
去年はなんかジャケットみたいなの着てた覚えあるんだけど、わあ、飛び取っちゃった。
That's actually very scary. What a story that would be if he
出る。
wins. A deep uppercut. Get away from me. Oh, the whiff punish. That was beautiful. Throw. No, I.
まあまあ打つしかないか。
Call me now. Yes.
He's been flash kicking a lot. I mean, that's Daigo. He's gonna flash kick you sometimes, and I think Tokido finally was like, okay, I'll respect it, I'll call it out.
あれもまあまあ強いよ。
Still traded though.
ただ、
Take it though. Definitely in Daigo's favor, so it's okay. Wow,
使う道がない。使うところがないって感じだろうな。その前にゲージ入っていかんときついやろな。こう違って。 V トリガーがそんなあれやし。前背がノーモーションすぎてやばいんやけど。
Look at the dizzy already for Tokido activates.
Get off of me. Unhand me, says Daigo the Beast.
He's got full resources as well.
うわー、死んだ。
組み合わせとはいえ日本人同士でやり合うのは辛いね。
あ、しゃあないわ。
Look like he just finished school as his graduations, clapping to himself.
キョロちゃん。
Oh, he said yay, he said hooray.
He said, let's go Daigo to himself. He was like, yeah. That's how you know you're that good. Will you clap for yourself?
That was genius. He said, I knew this. I was waiting for that one moment. The whip throw, crouching jab, it's a Sonic Boom Super.
Yeah.
ラガちゃんもエゴ行ったことあるわけだけど、やっぱこういうとこ行ったら緊張半端ない。
そりゃそうやろうな。まあまあ慣れとる人は慣れとるやろうけど。
Combo on the fireball, just a little far. Anti-air connects. Daigo lead again, but obviously V-trigger for Akuma, which is such a big comeback factor.
Even off the trade, Daigo still throwing those buttons. I think no get away. Help build up. Don't jump. That could have been a donkey kick right there, but Daigo was so worried about the
こ
jump
の
fireball.
2人も長いけど、どっちが勝ち越してるんやろうね。
Oh, he went for it. Oh, see, Daigo was with it. He was committed. You gotta throw sometimes, Akito.
Yeah. You really have to bring out that option against Daigo in particular, I think. He's just going to sit there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a scary part. Now Akito's worried about the flash kick, but look at that check. Daigo with the finish.
まあ全体的に見たら梅原さんじゃない？スパイの時とかもあれやん。竜豪機とか見たらすごいいい試合してたしな。ああ、蹴るなーって、やっぱ火力ねえな。ガイル軽くねえな。あれであんまり端っこ追い詰めれないんが痛いわ。置き攻めもいけないからな、やっぱり。出る。でも端が逃げた。球はな、やっぱり強いし。ザンクもこれ打てないんよね。あれ多分見てからサマソで全然枯れるはずやから。ザンクが気にはしないってやったらもうそのまま生飛びした方がいいんやろな。わあ、これは当たらない。ずれてたか。Vトリも入っちゃったし。
ラガちゃんたくさん裏返りの合気の性に合わん感じ。
難しいね。おお、今のもうまい。豪気は多分頑張ったら多少動かせるようになるとは思うよ。これから意外と簡単らしいからな。ただでも強く勝てるかって言ったら別やと思う。ガイルの方が絶対難しいわ。近づく技ないし、近づく技っていうかこれ年季いるよ。ある程度のキャラ相性はいいと思うけど、いけるキャラはおるけど。わあ、
throw, there it is. Daigo is willing to take it. The check though, he knows you are not positive over that throw. Good presence of mind there from Daigo.
うわあ、そこ飛ぶ。ああ、うまい。さすがやな。
Did you see that he walked up a little bit before he did the flash kick?
おお、出してきた。でも V トリガーなくなった。
Throw, take the throw. Why he pressed the button and he didn't confirm. Dash up to Daigo.
あ、入ったんちゃうこれ。うわあ、バレてない。割り込んだと思ったんだけど。さあ2-1。これあるよ。梅ちゃん久しぶりのベスト8は残れるか。
Obviously, they got a rivalry, but do you see how they're acknowledging their plays? Like, yup, I know you was gonna do that. Then Daigo's like, yup, I know I was gonna finish the job. Tokido's like, yup, I knew that you knew.
Yeah. It's like the back and forth between the two. All right, I see. Oh, that's how it is today.
The mental gymnastics here for both of these guys. Amazing.
Man, look at this offense. Daigo's turned up already.
So Mina's high, make a decision now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Superman no.
パーフェクト KO。ついに梅原さん。やっぱ梅ちゃん勝つとフルって感じやな。
You're a man of the culture, Sage. Oh, no.
Daigo's on set point already. The uppercut lands.
復活どうなんやろ。でもよう頑張っとるわガイルでマジで。
Give me that space, please. It's like he's welcoming him in, right? Like, yeah, of course.
Please walk up. Yeah, please walk up so I can hit this crouching medium kick.
空投げ。いやらしい。いやらしいよ今の空投げ。勝つんですかそれ。
Alright, the uppercut.
Throw. We'll take that though. Daigo got the space now. Activation.
梅原そんな上位に残れてない
No more
の。
throws here. You're gonna have to make executive decisions. That's why he said the flash kick. You ain't going nowhere. Sonic Boom prison.
Yeah, but he kept it very safe. He was afraid of the uppercut, I think.
O互いある。
Go for it.
Or the super. Either or.
Yeah. Alright, out of resources now. The
わあ、前
dash
投げ。
Really?
やっぱ残れてないね。優勝最高は前半の方でプレミア2位くらいか。優勝してないしね今年1回もランキング大会も出てないし。
Setting from an 8 to a 10 Tokido.
やっぱ梅原さん勝ってほしいよな。やっぱり。
Fully aware of that.
Daigo's really looking for the jumps. You can see a lot of down charge.
優勝で盛り上がるのは梅ちゃんとかまこさんあたりかね。
まあね、梅原さん優勝したらもうみんな手のひらくるくる返しやで。 あーこれはきついきついきつい。うわー切り返した。あちょっとミスった。でもあるよ。
STEAMID is high. What are we gonna do? Wow, standing jab? Are you serious at the end?
Yeah, Tokido though has a lot of stun. He still has to be careful here. Jump.
お前あれ乗らないんだ。うわー当たるんやそれ当たるんやそれって言ってね。よう知ってったなーって感じやな。でもまだわからんよ。
He's like, you saw it. Of course, he'll be 2 up.
2 apiece, Daigo versus Tokido. Last game between these two.
Yo, ow. That's all you can say is oh.
And you saw that little walk at the beginning from Daigo. Man, what a set between these two.
上手い人の見るプレーっていうかね、やっぱ見るとね、やっぱ楽しくは見えるんだけどね。
Daigo's giving up a lot of space though. Cornered real early.
もうやっとって思うでよ。わーフラッシュ。わー届かんかったーって感じじゃないかな。やっぱ豪輝のブレトリが強いってアホマジで。マジアホや。ああ負けた。ホットドッグベガに負けた。
また調整はいるの？
多分入るっていうか入るのはですね確定してる。でもいつかっていうのが分からん。レッドブル組手5やとは思うけどね、大会的には。
Better activate Daigo. Maybe he's really trying to keep it for the V reversal. Who knows? But we need a close out here. Tokido though, stalking, scheming. Hey, so smart.
うわーうまいうまいな。よう投げた。
日本円でいくらくらい
？1500万プラスアルファやろ。
Don't advance forward, says Daigo.
The stare down.
Playing a game of chicken, of course.
フォレストムーブした。
I love that beautiful. Don't leave no damage on the table. Punish on the V skill.
プラスアルファやで。でもアメリカの大会やから税金で半分ぐらい持ってかれるけど。出るね。そういうなんか賭け事にこういう試合の半分持ってかれるっての聞いたけど。暴れるー。おう。
賞金に税金かかるんですか？
税金じゃない。なんか取得税みたいなのがあるらしい。おお。
Actually reached. Does he go for it again? The plus frames backdash from Daigo. The double dash throw doesn't kill.
Oh my god.
The EX, he doesn't.
ゴースト比べてみるのトリガーの怖くなさと言ったら。
Look at these guys, Good old fireball.
Fireball, EX gauge for Daigo. Doesn't have any charge. Throws it. Tokido with the block.
おおラッキー。ふうって感じやな。なんぼやろうね、わからん。めっちゃうわーってやった。怖い怖い。
Last game. I wouldn't want it any other way. Already early on. Disrespect. Not throwing those throws a little much over, but the jump in successful.
あーこれは痛い。ここは痛いぞ。てか減りすぎや。さあ抜けてきた。
V-Scale was looking for Daigo to advance. He doesn't go for it. No anti-air. He didn't even want to try.
Forward roundhouse right. I figured he'd do that.
ノーモーションでソニック出てくるの怖いな。
Daigo was almost on V-Trigger.
当たらへんねんあれ。も
Also low forward.
う終わりかな。終わるよ。
Into the corner. Breaks the throw.
あー
Tokido and that.
ギリギリやったね。
3-2 over.
いやー惜しかった。おめでとう惜しかった。
ここまで緊張するとはもう力は一色
いやーどっちも勝ってもおかしくなかったけど、やっぱり最後はキャラ差って感じがしたな。
力はねんやな。
シンテよりこれキャラ差って言った方がええと思うわほんま。はい、というわけでお疲れ様でした。とりあえず私はそんなのいやじゃあガエル調整入るやろうと思って、だからこんだけ言わなかったしもう一回調整入るやろうと思ってガエル続けとったけど結局入らんかったっていう読み負けです。仕方ない。はいよ、というわけで皆さんお疲れ様でした。とりあえずまた夜に会いましょう。ではおやすみなさい。じゃなくて行ってきます。